was the performance from your perspective?
I think it was a very solid performance, very professional. I am so happy because Fulham is a very good team, very good side. We saw the last few games against Liverpool, against Arsenal. They were capable to beat Arsenal and performing well. I think we deserve good credit because I think the player made a very good job, and so happy with the performance.
The first half especially, some really good passages of play and you're creating more and more chances, it seems.
Yes, overall we create chances enough to win the game and maybe to add some goal more on the result. But I think overall I am so happy because so pleased with the performance, because the attitude and everything after the defeat against Middlesbrough. I think it was important for us to go to the break with that feeling, because I think these guys deserve, because they are doing a fantastic effort, and of course building our confidence. This type of game I think provide us a very good feelings.
Much has been made of Levi Colwill playing at left back, but just how well did he perform today?
Always we are talking about a young player, and he need to be consistent, but he's young, and sometimes like was last game, people say, oh, because he's playing in a position. No, it's not the position. It's about the performance and be consistent. He need to grow. He need to be more mature. He's young. He's discovering the Premier League this season and being consistent, playing every single week. And that is why sometimes up and downs can happen. But we know very well that is the process. That is why we are, responsible of this football club, and because I think we have some knowledge, but not only knowledge. We understand about this game and the psychology of the player, and we cannot underestimate the people that is working, with the player. That is why sometimes we need to help, and of course, people only think about to win games and not in the process, but we need to try to win games. Also helping the player to have a very good process, and of course also when you are young, even more.
Speaking of that word consistency, Cole Palmer's 9th goal of the season. How pleased were you with his overall performance?
Yes, but last game he has 3 big chances and didn't score, and we didn't win. And yeah, but we know that he's capable of this type of performance, and also he's another young guy that we need to not to put pressure and to to provide the platform to evolve and to perform every single game. No?
So that's 8 unbeaten now on the spin here at Stamford Bridge. Do you feel like you're building momentum at home?
I think we need to sink in to win next game, but of course that is important to create a very good energy, and I think this winning games is going to build our confidence, and I think we need to keep pushing in this direction.
And finally, Mauricio, quickly, I know you've got a break now for 10 days before the next game. What's the plan moving forward?
No, the plan is to give a few days to the player to recover and to have a good break with the family, because I think we came from a very busy period in Christmas. I think they deserve. I think we were one of the best team on this period, and that is why they deserve to have a break and arrive, with all the batteries recharged and with good energy to attack the second half of the season.
Fans, they've been brilliant throughout the injury. So the support's definitely not going unnoticed. And yeah, just very happy to be back.
Good to have you back. Nearly 4 months out. I mean, physically and I guess mentally as well. How challenging is that?
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's not my first long-term injury, so I'm trying to get used to. Well, not get used to it. Hopefully, it won't happen again. But yeah, I mean, I've kind of learned how to deal with it and just trying to take the positives from the situation, and make sure that when I come back, I'm ready to help the team physically, mentally, and in the changing room, in training, just trying to help the team as much as possible.
And how good a spectator have you been watching from the sidelines?
Supportive. I wouldn't say a good spectator because I've not enjoyed it, but yeah, of course, I've got to just try and help the team as much as possible when I've not been involved, whether it's around the training ground, in the changing room at half-time, full-time before the game, just trying to get around the boys and help as much as possible. And now that I'm back, thankfully I can help on the pitch as well. And
it was a feisty one today. What were the instructions from the manager before you went on?
It's a derby. I think that was pretty much it for the boys that don't know that it was a derby. We definitely let them know that it was a massive game, and you know we had to get the win and nothing less. So you know that was the kind of the message before the game, and it was very important after the disappointing result that you know we bounced back, got the win today, and then you know we've got, what was it, 10 days now until the next game. So it was important that we won today, and then you know hopefully the momentum now can take us into the second leg. You know I think that's four Prem wins here in a row. So we've got the second leg, which is here again, and I'm sure everyone will get behind us, and hopefully we can have another special night.
And you use that word momentum as well. It's 8 unbeaten in all competitions here at the Bridge now. I mean, that feels like you know the corner's been turned somewhat.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, when we play here in front of the fans and we play positive attacking football, which we're trying to do, the fans, you know, they get behind us. We saw that today. The longer the game went on, the fans were getting behind us. We were playing forward, playing the kind of football that they want to see, and you know we got the goal. Cole again stepped up, delivered, which you know he's been brilliant this season. So yeah, hopefully we can just keep doing that, trying to play positive football and yeah, keep picking up.
Fulham is a very good team, very good side. We saw the last few games against Liverpool, against Arsenal. They were capable to beat Arsenal and performing well. I think I think we deserve good credit because I think the player made a very good job, and so happy with the performance.
The first half, especially, some really good passages of play, and you're creating more and more chances, it seems.
Yes, I think overall I think we create chances enough to win the game and maybe to add some goal more on the result. But I think overall I am so happy because I think so pleased with the performance, because the attitude and everything after the defeat against Middlesbrough. I think it was important for us to go to the break with that feeling, because I think these guys deserve, because they are doing a fantastic effort. And of course, building our confidence, this type of game, I think, provide us a very good feelings.
Much has been made of Levi Colwill playing at left back, but just how well did he perform today?
Always we are talking about a young player, and he need to be consistent, but he's young, and sometimes, you know, like was last game, people say, oh, because he's playing in a position. No, it's not the position. It's about the performance and be consistent. He need to grow. He need to be more mature. He's young. He's discovering the Premier League this season and being consistent, playing every single week. And that is why sometimes up and downs can happen. But that we know very well that is the process. That is why we are, you know, responsible of this football club, and because I think we have some knowledge, but not only knowledge, we some understand about this game and the psychology of the player, and we cannot underestimate the people that is working, you know, with the player. That is why sometimes we need to help, and of course people only think about to win games and not in the process, but we need to try to win games. Also helping the player to have a very good process, and of course also when you are young, even more.
Speaking of that word, consistency, Cole Palmer's 9th goal of the season. How pleased were you with his overall performance?
Yes, but last game he has 3 big chances and didn't score, and we didn't win, and yeah, but we know that he's capable of this type of performance, and also he's another young guy that we need to not to put pressure and to give and to provide the platform to evolve and to perform every single game. No?
So that's 8 unbeaten now on the spin here at Stamford Bridge. Do you feel like you're building momentum at home?
I think we need to sink in to win next game, but of course that is important to create a very good you know, energy, and I think this winning games is going to build our confidence, and I think we need to keep pushing in this direction.
And finally, Mauricio, quickly, I know you've got a break now for 10 days before the next game. What's the plan moving forward?
No, the plan is to give a few days to the player to recover and to have a good break with the family, because I think we came from a very busy period in Christmas. I think they deserve. I think we were one of the best team on this period, and that is why they deserve to have a break and arrive, you know, with all the batteries recharged and with good energy to attack the second half of the season.